The force behind all the conflict in the world can be boiled down to one thing: the seemingly universal desire of people to impact the behavior of others. We all want to have people see things our way, to prevent them from harming themselves with, as we see it, reckless or unhealthy behavior. But making that judgment and aiming to correct that behavior is where all the problems come from. There's one moral truth we can all agree upon: treat others how you'd want to be treated. But I see a lot less enforcement of this rule than I see enforcement of subjective and arguable minutia in the name of morality. Removing someone's right to do a certain thing should be taken very seriously. In many instances, this violates treat others how you want to be treated. We all have different perspectives. You wouldn't want someone else's tastes foisted upon you, would you? Would you want someone to tell you you can't get married because you don't fit a certain criteria? Or you can't eat a cheeseburger because it's harmful? Or that you can't ease the suffering of a loved one under medical advisement because it went against someone else's beliefs? You wouldn't, but yet gays can't get married. You aren't treating them how you'd want to be treated. I can't smoke pot. You aren't treating me how you'd like to be treated. You'd want to eat that cheeseburger, whether I said it was good for you or not. Euthanasia is illegal, even though in some cases it's the most humane way in modern medicine to deal with certain chronic illnesses. You aren't treating the infirmed how you'd like to be treated. Supposed morally righteous people engage in this type of judgmental nonsense every day and add to the tensions between different points of view. It's one thing if the behavior in question negatively affects others in a direct way. This falls under the one rule of morality that is constant: treat others how you'd want to be treated, the one we can all agree upon. But if the behavior isn't in that category and you still decide to try and push your agenda, you're the one who's treating others in a way you wouldn't want to be treated in, and you're the one who's acting in an indecent way. So let me make this very clear. The rule we can all agree upon trumps everything else. People of this earth, you are only allowed to administer morality if the administration of said morality does not affect people in a way you wouldn't want to be affected in. Flying into buildings. If it would be an inconvenience to you to have a jetliner crash into your workplace, chances are it's immoral, even if Allah told you to do it. Imprisoning pot smokers. If it would affect your mood to be incarcerated for 15 years for possessing a cheeseburger, maybe it would be a good idea not to lock people up for smoking an herb. We're all being so moral that it is causing a lot of suffering and division. I think we can all afford to be a little less moral.